Hi there. Remember me? Welcome back after a long time to Richard's Toy Room. I'm not going to go into details, but I kind of feel like paraphrasing the Fresh Prince. My life got flipped, turned upside down, yada yada yada. We'll leave it at that. Well, hopefully I can get back on track here and start making some videos again. So, well, I'm going to say scored. A lot of people use that term. They kind of throw it around and they think they got a score, but they overpaid for stuff. If I remember right, with shipping, I think, and tax on eBay, I think I paid like $40 for this box full of stuff. I haven't bought many toys, even since the last video. As you can see, we're not in the toy room anymore. There is no toy room anymore. Everything is back into storage boxes for the time being. Hopefully it can return, but that won't be anytime soon. Again, we're not going to go into that story, but in case somebody was wondering. So anyway, I kind of started dabbling back into some things, and I just saw this lot pop up, and I just threw a bid at it, and shockingly, I won it. In fact, the shipping was more than what I paid for the lot. The shipping was kind of outrageous, but that's either here nor there. We'll let the eBay gods deal with that, with the feedback. So basically this is an unboxing, and let's begin. I will give you a little better closer look after I empty the box. Well, to be fair, this is not really the first unboxing of this box. First of all, I took the label off, for privacy reasons. And I also did check out the contents of the box and, to make sure that I got everything that was in the lot, and then put it all back in, kind of, so I could re-unbox it for this video. I figured, it's been like well over a year. Probably getting darn close to, well, maybe a year and a half. I was going to say two years, but I think it's been about a year and a half since I've done a video. And I think it's overdue. I don't really want the channel to die, but, you got to do what you got to do. You got to live. So, without any more nonsense, let's take this out and see what's in here. There are some good things in here, and well worth what I paid. Well, I should say worth well more than what I paid. Now, there's always one oddball thing in some of these lots. I don't know why. This mint on card Barbie outfit from 2001. If anybody's interested, this will be going on eBay soon. And that's it. The rest is newspapers. So I can probably hear some of you salivating already on one of these items that's sitting here. But let me readjust the camera, and you can get a better look. So I guess we can start with the nonsense first. Well, to me anyway. It says, "Go in style fashions Barbie." It was stickered at $1.99. I have no idea what it's worth. It is dated somewhere, 2001 on the back, on the bottom here. I'm sure somebody probably would want this. I mean, I figured, Jesus, mint on card, 25 years old almost. It's got to be worth at least $5, I would think. So anyway, just get that out of the way. So as I was saying about the salivating, I'm sure a lot of you know what this is. This is from the mysterious Prospector. It's the Burro, and from the Gabriel Lone Ranger line of the 1970s. In fact, the majority, if not all of this lot is all stuff from the 1970s, obviously, except for that Barbie thing. It has this is not the gun that came with it, but I believe this is Butch Cavendish's gun, and it is completely unmelted, dead mint. I believe the one that came with this set has a brown handle. I think I have one. I do have some of the parts for this set backed away. I don't know what I'm missing, but I think I would like to complete as much of it as possible. I know some of the stuff's going to be hard to get. And some of the stuff is in these bags. So the Burro, like I said, had that gun. It is missing the headgear. I forget what it's called, bridle. But the rest of it's in pretty darn, almost perfect condition. There's the tiniest little bit of melt mark around where the ears, because they were folded back like that. But besides that, I mean, there's not even any melt marks underneath the harness here. And again, it's in like almost perfect condition. So just move him over here. Try to keep everything as much in camera as I can. And I can also zoom it around if I need to. There's the pistol. I guess we can get the big stuff out of the way. That would be the stuff in this bag here. Now, not everything in this lot is yum yum goody goodies. This here and this and this and this, which is broken, and this. I think there's there's more here. I think it's in another bag. These are all from the Gabriel Prairie Wagon set, pieces of it. I don't have the Prairie Wagon, so I'll probably end up selling off these pieces. I don't know that I plan on trying to piece it together. It's kind of big, and I'm probably going to have to start actually thinking about consolidating my collection, unless I end up in a huge place again. I don't have room for everything to display it all, I mean. So anyway, these are in decent shape. There's a few little tiny melt marks on them, but I do want to get them kind of out of the way. This was, I believe, something to tie a horse up to. It's missing the bar and the post. It obviously was snapped off at the base, but this is part of this Prairie Wagon set. Keeping with the Lone Ranger theme, obviously this is not a Lone Ranger doll. This is the creepy Sunshine Family father, and this is a Lone Ranger Gabriel shirt, which is in, as far as I can tell, pretty good shape. And the I don't see any like holes or stains or anything like that. It even still has the neck tie, or whatever you call this black thread here, and the snaps. And it's still pretty nice and blue. A lot of these are like really like nasty faded or turned brown. Even the Sunshine Family guy is actually in pretty good shape. I mean, his hair's kind of needs some styling, but man, they got such creepy friggin' eyes, don't they? There's a Galoob Mr. T in there. A pity the fool who ain't got no eyebrows. It's got quite a bit of wear on the the black paint on his head. But besides that, he's actually in pretty decent shape. He's got a sort of a loose knee, but the rest of the joints are pretty decent. I don't collect this series either, but just showing you what was in there. This would actually be from the 80s. Obviously, a few, there are a couple of pieces that are not from the 70s, as I mentioned earlier. One of those gumball machine or whatever, San Francisco football helmet. It's missing the chin guard. But besides that, it's not bad. One of the stickers is a little peeling a little bit, but somebody might want this. I believe this is Tonto's foot from the Lone Ranger. It also could be a Big Jim. I'm not 100% sure. But either way, it's still a good piece. It's not broken. It's still got the ankle joint in it. Some random Mego parts broken off at the knees, legs. There's a arm with fingers missing from the hand. Another broken foot. And a hip pin. Oh, and a Lone Ranger right hand. Gray barrel again. Oddly, a random Big Jim head. The neck post broken off in it. I have no idea why that's in there because there's literally, like, I think only one other Big Jim part in this whole. Oh no, there are some boots in here, but there's a pair of shorts and that's it. Goes out of the way. And nicely, a complete Mego Galen / Cornelius. Pretty decent shape. Just needs to be restrung, type 1. Speaking of Megos, that's kind of the reason I kind of snagged a lot here was for these couple of figures in here. Because, like I said, for what I paid for it, you've got Peter Burke, Alan Verdon. Here's the one that had the broken off legs, obviously. Which I believe are probably these two. Not that it matters, they're not fixable. And again, the other missing leg goes to Hutch from Starsky and Hutch. And the arm. So, I mean, basically all these parts are for these figures, and it would, if they weren't broken, they would be complete figures. Oh, and a soldier ape wearing Peter Burke's very rare burlap vest. So we'll put that with him. And we can just throw soldier ape over here. And I'll leave these out because there's more for them in here. And there was a whole bunch of clothes. Some of this is garbage. And I have a funny anecdote for this. I'll start out with that. This was in there. I don't know if anybody recognizes it, but it is from the Strawberry Shortcake line from the 80s. Or did she come out in 1979? I don't remember. Anyway, right around 1980. But this is Raspberry Tart. Now, the funny anecdote is, a few years back, I stopped at a garage sale, and somebody had a bunch of Strawberry Shortcake dolls, plus some boxed play sets for her, like I can't remember now, it was like a little house and a little, like a trolley or something, stuff like that. And I got it like super cheap. And there's a whole case of dolls like in the carry case. Except for Strawberry Shortcake was the only doll that wasn't in there. It was like all her friends were in there except for Strawberry Shortcake. And I was going to give them to my granddaughter, but they were so nice. I was like, I just can't, because I know they would get ruined. Because I mean, she was just like maybe a few years old at the time, so I just put them away. And then I kind of thought, well, maybe I can display them, because I was getting that really nice toy room going, and I thought, yeah, why not? I can dedicate a shelf in one of the cases to strawberry shortcake. Well, make a long story short, I still have them, but they're packed away. Never did buy a strawberry shortcake, but in a lot that I just bought last week, there was a hat for strawberry shortcake. So, of course, that got me going down the rabbit hole on eBay thinking, well, what if I found a strawberry shortcake who just needed a hat, like really cheap? I could buy it and add it to the set of dolls that I already have. This way, if I sell them and somebody wants to buy at least strawberry shortcake, the iconic character that the line's named after would be in the set. And I had to talk myself out of it, because I was like, I really don't need to spend money on junk like that. And then this lot comes with the raspberry tart hat. And I'm like, the universe is telling me I need to buy strawberry shortcake crap. Anyway, that's the story. So now, more stuff in here. So, pants for Pete Burt. Shirt for Pete Burt. Another rare part, vest for Alan Verdon. Shirt for Hutch. Pants for Soul Drape. Pants for Cornelius/Galen. Tunic for Cornelius/Galen. All right, so I had a phone call, so I don't remember where I left off. So hopefully this edits together well. So I was saying I have two pants. These ones kind of look like Fonzie pants, but there's nothing else in here from Fonzie. And these are a little darker, and I believe these are Hutch's pants. Not 100% sure. And I don't know if maybe there's just some variants in the colors on these, but there's also a Starsky shirt, so we'll just call it one of these is one and one of these is the other. There's no Starsky figure. And in this bag, we do have other goodies. Gotta get them all out of here. Yeah, okay. So, one of the highlights of this lot, where'd it go? If you're a Mego collector, you know that Hutch wears Mr. Fantastic boots, and they are in here. So he is, except for his vest, complete. I think I do have a vest in some of my stash of stuff, but didn't come in this lot. There was also 3 moccasins. So I guess one for each of these figures that actually wears them, or a pair for one and make, like, say, Alan Verdon complete here, and then in between those. I have plenty of those extra moccasins, so I could complete those figures easily. So we'll basically call them 4 figures almost complete. I mean, I believe without the postage, I think I paid like $20 for this lot. Around there. So, I mean, even just this burro was worth more than what I paid with the shipping. So, like I said, I scored. Some other things in this lot. I mentioned some Big Jim stuff. There are... Where are they? Here they are. There's a pair of these Big Jim kind of off-white, tan, whatever boots. And then a pair of black with the wolf paw print on the sole from the Pack series. I can't remember which figure wears the black boots, but either way, Big Jim. And there were a pair of boots for the Lone Ranger. along with his hat. Here, whoops. Nice pair of boots for the soldier ape. Oddly, his tunic missing. A hat from one of the LJN SWAT figures. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this piece here is the back. It's got the little handle missing, but it's the back from one of, I believe, the LJN walkie-talkies, if I'm not mistaken. And I am going to save that because you never know. Sometimes you end up with broken things like this, and if you have the front part, you can put it together and fix one that's would have otherwise been junk. I believe this is the shoe for the dad from the Sunshine Family. And now we're starting to get into some things that I don't know, except for these two, which I figured out. This is like firewood or something, or little logs that go with the Prairie Wagon set. I don't know how many there are in the whole set, but there was 2 of them in there. From the Miner set that goes with the burro, there's this cardboard insert, which I'm sure has got to be kind of hard to find for somebody that is trying to complete this set. This goes inside a little case, a crate or whatever, that goes in this slot in the side of the burro. It goes, so it basically looks like it's full of stuff when you open up the case. It slides into that little slot there. And probably another really rare part that people would probably freak out about. That probably would be, I would say, the most likely missing part if you're trying to complete this mysterious prospector is the claim file sign with the stand. I couldn't believe that when that was in there too. It's just a piece of cardboard. This I found, I figured out what they were after I kind of took a closer look. I believe these were spent caps from a cap gun, and they came in a circle on this blue part, and it was just like a cartridge that you put in the revolver cap gun, you know, from the 60s, 70s. They're garbage, but just want to show you they were in there. Let's see. Okay, these are a little bit rare. One of them still has a foot stuck in it, but they're in decent shape. They're not hard. They're very rubbery. These are all, and also this, these parts here are from the Mark's Ready Gang. Here's a shirt. I believe it's, what the heck's his name? It's something like the Sunshine Kid or something like that, or Sundown Kid. I think that's what he's called. The blonde character. His hat, his boots, and a knife that goes with that set, which are pretty hard to find. And I do have some of those, and I was trying to like collect them at the time before all this nonsense happened. Then I have 2 other hats, which I'm not sure who they go to. So if anybody knows and you want to comment in the comments, I'll probably figure it out eventually, but at this point, I'm not sure. There's this hard plastic hat, sort of, it's kind of like Marx-ish, but I don't think this is from a Marx character. It does have holes on each side of the brim that would have been for a, what do you call that, the neck string that would come down on your chin. I'm not sure what the figure that could be for. And this one, I thought it might have been the cap for the miner, for the prospector, but it's not, because the brim folds down like this, and then there's a band around it. So this, I think this is from Sam Cobra from Marks. But this one's marked Hong Kong in it. I'm not sure what that's for yet. It could be knockoff, I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is Marks. Sam Cobra. But I'd have to look and check and make sure. These two things, I think they're just sprues from something. Plastic, they were, probably parts. But what I think might have been on there were these things, which I have no idea what they are. They look like they may have been attached to these. They seem to be about the same size. And it looks like there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. So I'm wondering if they're like flag poles, maybe, that you would have stuck paper flags on, maybe for like a race car set or something. Does anybody recognize them? I don't know. And then this thing, it looks like a piece of Lego, but it's not marked Lego. I have no idea what this is from. It's yellow. It's hollow on the bottom. Whoops. It looks like a round Lego piece, but usually Legos are marked Lego on the top. I mean, I guess it could be knockoff Lego stuff, but no idea what that's from. Might have to ask on Facebook identification group for that. And then this, I think, might just be a piece of junk. It was rolled up like this, and then somebody put like a bread wrapper, a little metal, what do you call those things? Tie? Metal tie? Twist tie. It's just a piece of leather. Soft, very soft, like mustard colored leather. It doesn't really seem to be a shape of anything. It almost looks like a remnant off of something, but I'm wondering if maybe does somebody recognize as it's maybe from something? It's possible. But I'm kind of thinking it's just garbage. But if it might be an actual part from some action figure or set, I don't want to get rid of it. Getting down to the nitty gritty here. I was a little disappointed in this when I got this. I knew it was in the lot, but there's some Mego Muhammad Ali stuff here. Well, there's gloves, which are in decent shape. Unfortunately, they're both for the same freaking hand. It's not a pair, it's two right-hand boxing gloves. So, don't know why. That's weird. And then his Everlast helmet, which in decent shape. The only thing wrong with it is the first part where the strap goes through is cracked, but it'll still hold. If you put it, I can actually get it in there. Oh, it doesn't go that way. It goes like this. But somebody's probably looking for that. And then a pretty decent robe. Unfortunately, it's missing the sash. I didn't realize that because I have this figure and mine's also missing the sash. I can't remember if I actually did pick one up later that does have the sash or not. I don't recall, but this one's not in bad shape. It looks like it could probably use a cleaning. It's slightly discolored, but pretty decent overall. And the last few things. This, I'm 99% sure, I'd have to look, but it's just a trashed top for, I believe, the Sunshine Family dad. Turtleneck, red, ribbed. Pretty sure that's for him. Garbage. And I believe these are his pants as well, if I'm not mistaken. There's no snap on them, they're just elastic, but they're torn and they're Sunshine Family, so they're garbage too. Here are those big gym shorts. These are actually worthwhile hanging on to because they're actually in really good shape. Usually, the material that's nylon that these are made of, they, especially these little trim around the leg openings here, are always like ripped off. And even the elastic's still good on this one. So these are worth saving. All right, now we're getting into some things that I don't know what they are. Oh, wait, one last thing. This is the Mysterious Prospector sleeping bag, sleeping roll. It rolls up. I'll be quick here. I'm probably rolling it backwards, but either way. Rolls up like this, and then you tie it up with the strings, and then it goes in the burrow in these loops right here. So it will go in there like that, but not going to do it right now. And then we got 5 more things. So we got these pants. They have an elastic waist on them. They're in okay shape. They could use a stitch up the side here. Fortunately, I don't know who they go to. I'm 99% sure they're too small to be Oscar Goldman, plus the material doesn't feel right. And I think those have a snap. If I'm not mistaken. But they seem to be maybe G.I. Joe size, you know, Ken, whatever. There's no tag in them. So I really don't know who these go to yet. These brown pants, I thought at first were AHI Wolfman pants or maybe Remco Wolfman pants, but they don't seem to match what I can find online. And they seem a little bigger than Mego. If you match them up to, like, say, these Hutch pants, they're just a hair longer. But they might be the right size. They're really close. They're just, I mean, just a hair. I'm wondering if maybe, I didn't look before, if they could be for this guy, Sundown Kid. I can't remember what color his pants are. I'd have to look that up. They might be his. And then we've got this red rib sweater, which originally I thought was the Sunshine Family Dad's, but it's too small and it's too bright. And I really don't know. It's not tagged. I can't think of who this goes to. It's got a snap on the back. It's got a turtleneck. It's not Peter Parker. That's like a sweatshirt. It's not this. So I don't know. Any ideas? Unless I thought maybe it was Jughead's shirt from the Mark's Archie series, but it didn't seem to match that either, as far as I could tell. That, from what I could see, I have that series, but they're all packed away. I don't believe they're ribbed like this on the Jughead. So that one's kind of a mystery to me right now. 2 last things. We've got these kind of polyester elastic black pants. No snaps. These seem like Ken or G.I. Joe size. They may be like a knockoff. And then there was also like this black shirt with square snap. Well, there's only one snap on it. And it's just up at the collar. Up here. It's sort of like a turtleneck. It's kind of like the Spy Island kind of ish shirt. I don't see any tag, or was there a tag in it? No, there's no tag in it, so I don't know who this goes to either. But that's the last thing. Maybe this goes together. I'm not sure. That's everything in the lot. I think score fits here. So I'm pretty happy. You know, it's kind of like a little gratifying to feel like you're getting back into the game again in some fashion. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video. Hopefully I can bring you more soon. So keep watching, and we'll see you again later.